16.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Rodgers going to the air to start things out. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's good for the Packers. First down. First down 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Rodgers now on first down. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
A loss of 6 yards. It's second down.
Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers, he's going to rifle one deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing is Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 47 yards. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. He'll get this to Lazard. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 9-yard line.
And again, it's Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Makes it third and 2.
Now they send the tight end in motion left. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down. Here's Rodgers to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, Every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Rodgers to throw for it on fourth. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Bo Melton, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Packers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now a 7-0 game. The touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
And the slot man goes in motion left. To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
19 yards. That's good for our Packers. First down. 1st and 10 at the 84-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And able to find Allen Lazard. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
26 more yards. That's another Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
26, 50.
Rodgers again now.
That's taken in by Watson. Down inside the 10.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Christian Watson.
29 yards.
And the Packers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. taken at the 15, a short kick. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Ready to get their next drive underway. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Now a timeout called for by the defense, and that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. 7-7, our score after 1.
With the score tied 7-7.
Yard line, 2nd and 9. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
And that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down per minute and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Caught by Jones. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Here's Jones again on second down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers have moved out in front. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
Packers 14. Packers 7.
After the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need to score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
On second and 10, Rodgers. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Packers first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On first down, Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. Here's Rodgers. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Rodgers going to throw. Leading out left to Dobbs. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Second and 5. Rodgers to throw once more. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Now Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
On fourth down, Rodgers. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose.
Touchdown, Packers! Aaron Jones with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Crosby with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Fields this way up at the 17. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
Rodgers now on first down.
Throwing left side, and Watson has it.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Rodgers now to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Throwing now is Rodgers.
Got Dobbs over the middle.
And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. A final shot before half for Rodgers. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter.
Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good. First down.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers.
A check down here to Jones.
And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 10. their 49-yard line.
From just shy of midfield, Rodgers. He finds Watson. It's caught. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 26.
It's a gain of 25 yards on the play. And the Packers first down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
5 yards. It's second down.
Throwing is Rodgers. He completes it to Jones.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2.
26. Get 300. Get 300. And 30.
Now it's Rodgers.
He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers.
A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Packers are back within a score.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your...
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it.
And the Packers will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain, or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
This is Lazard with a catch out left. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
5-yard gain on the play. And the Packers first down.
To throw, it's Rodgers.
He'll drop this underneath for Jones.
Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
26.
Rodgers again now.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot, forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, Make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
To throw is Rodgers. And that's incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part and got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football. Now zapped right back in the other direction. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. He finds Watson complete. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, Jones. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
At the 32-yard line.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. And this one is incomplete.
I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. That's taken in by Watson. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 19.
13 yards on the play.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Packers 13-yard line.
An inside give to Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
It's now 3rd down and 4.
Here's Rodgers. That's complete to Dobbs. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Rodgers going to throw. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So certainly a big mistake there, Charles. 1st and goal, and they throw the interception.
Oh, that's just agonizing for a team because you still got at least 2, maybe 3 downs in your pocket. So if it's not there on 1st down, there was no sense in trying to force something. Instead, they turned the ball over.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary, his 2nd sack of the night. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
A gain of 15 yards. Brings up 4th down.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers.
This one complete to Tonyan underneath.
He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Now Rodgers. And he's got his man. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's Allen Lazard. A great effort there. 29 yards. And the Packers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 and the 24. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know, sitting up here in the booth,
take some gambles.
I say let's go for this thing, try and push it, and maybe catch the defense back on their heels a bit.
See if they do that. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Back to throw, Rodgers. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
A 10-yard loss on the play. And it's 3rd down.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Rodgers to throw. And that is incomplete. 2 huge plays there down the stretch. The sack on 2nd down. Now they force the incompletion. That's going to lead to a do-or-die 4th down.
And they look like they've got the confidence right now that no matter what gets thrown against them, but whatever play gets run, they have the ability to shut it down. They're just brimming with it right now.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
And we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
To throw is Rodgers.
To Dobbs, and he hauls it in.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days.
Packers here. They'll possess the ball first with a chance to win it here in overtime. This will be fielded inside the 5.
And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, and make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A first down there on a pickup the 25.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 33. The give is to Jones. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll go again to Jones. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Rodgers to throw. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
The quick slant caught. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
A gain of 5 yards brings up 3rd and goal.
Rodgers now to throw.
Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tunyon.
And it's a Packers touchdown.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. get their next drive underway.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. And they'll send the slot in motion left. From the gun on third down, Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. Now Rodgers throwing on fourth down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop.
So a win here for the Packers. Well, we've said it so many times in the past, but it was Aaron Rodgers, CD, who really led the way.
Yeah, he really carved this defense up, didn't he? Threw for almost 400 yards, had 4 touchdown passes, and when he gets back to the locker room, there's a game ball definitely in his future. I can guarantee you that.
It's another one. We got another one. It's her. Who that? Big baby slide through in that drop top. Something about Benz looking cute. That's honest. Her and her friends, big blinks and snatch waist. Yeah, she brought the... Ain't no way somebody daddy ain't gon' give her the spins with her ends. Cause yeah, she did it. She did it again. A few more tracks and this time she bought friends. Big baby on her way up and showed the stairs to a man's. Now salute the general. TGLX got plans, yeah. Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
They don't know what they info. If it coming like this on the intro, what they here for? If they want the heat, you know who to send for your info. Buy my money like Venmo. This music don't work out. I know how to get it from my ends low. How you feel though? Cause they can't rock with us. Galaxy ain't no stopping us. They ain't trying to steal my style. I'm feeling like I just shopping. Can't trust him cause he numb it. Cause we worried about getting figures. All my ain't father figures. Just know my quick to pop it.
Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
Yeah, that my Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grr to the Yassi, we still outside. Mine on the riches, hard in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boy stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we were not a ride nobody way, we the ones who started with it. Translation, Yanni had to buy, Yanni again it hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it, That's how you know we lit. Grr.
us. We be the hottest on the scene. Gemstones from the dust. Big drop, ceiling. Where's the love in the streets? Pour my heart on the beat. See that blood on my sheets. Yeah, when we ready, me hit it heavy. I zoom out the pride of my people already. Them I see Ellie. Me, I'm just sharing my journey. I'm thankful that people they hear me. Tribe of Joseph, I'm ahead of the bunch. P5, I was starving for months. A running cut team, but on my pockets, we need my DNA. Baby, for life, so call me a star before BBC. Don't take a lot to get rid of me. Me and them don't get the same. Me and them don't get the same. Before I die, they gon' know who the name is. They say I move like I'm nameless. Cause I only cover the money bags and I don't really wanna be famous, man. You know what's up? You know what's up? You pretend, you gonna lie, you know be gang. You know what's up?
We going crazy, we at the top and we never gonna stop. Hop in a ghost, I'ma get Swayze. I just got off of the jet and I cry. I win in a Humvee, I lie. I be on go cause I come from the shot.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to our nation's capital in FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Coming up, we've got what can only be described as a mirror image matchup between the Green Bay Packers and themselves. The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And we are underway from FedEx Field. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Give to Jones. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing is Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
Here's a give to Jones running left. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
Rodgers. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. On fourth down, Rodgers. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And the Packers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Shotgun now for Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. This pass complete to Melton. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now we've got a third and goal situation. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Rodgers now on third and goal. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up first and 10 at their own 15. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. So after the INT, it's Rodgers.
Oh, he catches it off the tip. It wasn't even intended for him.
Throwing again on second down. Rodgers. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher, and that's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
On play action, it's Rodgers.
Got his man, it's Bo Melton.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Rodgers throwing quickly out wide.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
From the 45 on second down, Rodgers eluding the pressure right. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. This is Jones. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. Rodgers going to go on fourth down. And able to find Allen Lazard. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So after the big play on fourth, here's first and 10. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Here's Jones. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, some nice running right there. That's what got him the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
Now Jones. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Well, that's one of the drawbacks of running the RPO. If those linemen go into run block mode, you can't throw it if they're more than a yard downfield. In motion left, the tight end.
On 2nd down, Dillon.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
A.J. Dillon,
a 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Packers post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
From just inside the 20, a short kick.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers.
Now swing pass for Dillon. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now the toss to Jones, running right.
And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Again, it's Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Aaron Jones,
an 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Packers go up by 2 touchdowns.
Extra point try now for Crosby. And it's good to make it 14-0. after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10.
He hits Dobbs on the crosser.
20, 10, 5, touchdown!
Romeo Dobbs,
75 yards.
And the Packers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That was all Preston Smith navigating into the backfield. He gets the tackle for loss.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
And they'll accept that penalty.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And not much happening there as he'll get it back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. And some room to maneuver. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. A final shot before half for Rodgers. He's got a man complete.
And he is going to have a Packers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. We welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter.
Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Able to find Lazard. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. To throw, it's Rodgers. He'll dump this down to Dillon. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And that flag accepted. Not ideal there. That delay of game backs them up 5 yards, so now they need 7 yards on third down. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Tunyon's got it on the out route. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 4th down. They do go for it. It's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position.
You block over here. 26.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers.
This one swung out here to Jones. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Final minute now of the third quarter. On 2nd and inches, Rodgers. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Rodgers now on 1st down. His throw incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
In the third quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. Romeo Doubs with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the third quarter. Crosby connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This taken in at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Over here.
On play action. Now Rodgers. He's able to find Melton. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game, 1st and 10 here. Rodgers going to throw. Another catch from Melton. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now Jones. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. That doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Here's Rodgers to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He'll buy some time right. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Rodgers to throw for it on Ford. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got momentum on their side. They were once down 14-0. Now it's even at 14 as they look to put together a drive to get them the lead. To throw is Rodgers. To Dobbs, and he hauls it in. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Pass complete, Tunyon. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that's going to make it 4th down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. It's complete, Lazard. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Back to throw, Rodgers. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Completed out left to Dobbs. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture? That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the 4th, but they got to feel good now. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Rodgers to throw. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Got to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Now Rodgers, gotta have this one. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So on fourth down, a big-time completion. And the defense, they've got to be shaking their heads right now.
Not only shaking their heads, but understand that they committed one of those cardinal sins that they say they can't do at any time. They committed an eye violation, had their eyes in one place, and allowed the deep ball behind them.
Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. One final try now for Rodgers. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Well, they came so close, Charles. They were knocking on the door in a one-possession game, but ultimately the defense held tough to get the victory.
And doesn't it feel like it just leaves them asking what could have